tonight we welcome to the show probably somebody who, look, her smile alone is just so radiant. We appreciate her being here with us this evening. She has a wonderful new blog that I have been reading. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, but she's a singer, songwriter, Emmy nominated actress, and personal power practitioner. Now, that's something new she added since I've last seen her, so we're going to find out about it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the amazing Miss Rhonda Ross.
How are
you?
Hey!
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi, Miss Rhonda.
How are you? Do you hear us?
We can hear you perfectly. I think K. Renee might be freezing a little bit. Rhonda, you look amazing. First of all, we want to start off by wishing you a happy birthday. August 14th. Yes. I normally don't share women's age.
But I'm sharing it, baby. I just turned 50 years old.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Welcome to the club, Miss Rhonda. Welcome to the club.
Thank you. I feel great and excited and thankful.
Rhonda, you look wonderful. You look so healthy. I've been following you this entire time during the pandemic, and you have been just living your best life. I didn't know if it, what was bringing all of this joy and happiness to you. But since I've last seen you, you look younger. You look just so radiant. How have you been during this pandemic?
I've been okay. Most of it is nothing short of the grace of God. So that's I want to make sure I acknowledge. But I also have a practice. You mentioned it earlier in your introduction. I have some practices, some tools that I call personal power practices, and these are things that I do to keep myself sane and at peace when the world is going crazy. I believe that we all have that ability. I call it the force within. It's a force within us that if we learn to tap into it, it will help ground our feet even when the land beneath them is shaking. So I try to do that on a daily basis. I have different, like I said, practices, tips and tools that I use, and I've been doing that all pandemic. I mean, I've been doing that for 20 years, but I was very thankful to have them when the pandemic hit 18 months ago.
Wow! So between motherhood, your husband just wrote the most beautiful piece about you. You and I were hanging out together. You were on tour with your mom, which I thought that was the most special thing ever. And then again, the world shut down, and the world that we knew is now different. We're masking up. Here in Chicago, we go back into mask on Friday.
Yeah.
When did you know you needed to pivot? When did you know that change was happening for you? Because just through your reading on your blog, I can see a new birth, and Kay Renee was saying that as well too.
Yeah. Again, my practices allow me to go with the flow, and to whatever extent I can embrace change. Definitely not resist change. And so I've always done that. I mean, I sing about that. You know my songs. My songs are about allowing the world to be the world, and you worry about your inner world. Ain't nobody's job to make you happy. Nobody's job to pull you through. Ain't nobody born to give you sunshine that lights inside of you. Ain't nobody gonna seek your freedom. Your heart will lead you through. You're the one to choose how you feeling. Ain't nobody's business if you do. So that's one of my songs, Nobody's Business, but I write about that all the time. So when did I know I needed to pivot? The same day everyone else did. I was on tour with my mother, March 2020. And around the 12th or 13th, the rest of our tour was canceled, and everything started to shut down. And like everyone else, I thought, uh-oh, change, right? Change. How am I going to manage this change and navigate these rough waters? And you can't fight the waters. I was given an image the other day of a big tidal wave coming towards us, and you're going to put up your dukes and try to fight the tidal wave. You can't do that, right? So you need to sort of relax into it and let the water move you as it's going to move you, and then you come up for air when things settle down.
Oh my God, I love that. Kay Renee, I know you had some things that you wanted to talk to Rhonda about. Rhonda, we were both saying you sound so much like your mother when you sing. Your voice is just beautiful. Kay Renee, go right ahead.
Well, first, Rhonda, again, welcome to the club as you turn 50. And one thing I really, when reading your blog, that you love to write, I'm a blogger as well. And besides, and because I really was listening to your music, I said, oh, she just has such her own voice. What drives you to make sure that Rhonda is the best Rhonda this universe has ever seen? Besides singing, besides writing, what drives the best?
I'm sorry, you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat the question?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure. No worries. I said besides singing and writing, because I know that's something that I loved your blog. What drives you to be the very best that you can be?
Oh, thank you. I just my initial reaction was I like to be sane. I like to feel good in my body. I like to wake up and not be in turmoil, right? I want to go to bed easily at night and rest. I want to look myself in the mirror and feel good, right? I want to look at my child and feel like I've given him my best. And so what makes me want to be my best is that all of those things. I want to feel good. I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be at war. I don't want to be at war with others. I don't want to be at war with myself. I'm constantly trying to sign a peace treaty with myself and with the world and with change in general. I'm constantly looking for how I can digest what is coming at me. How can I not fight that tidal wave, right? That's why. I mean, it's no bigger or more complicated than that. I want to feel good, and I really believe in my heart of hearts that the ability for me to feel good, to feel safe, to feel powerful, to feel connected to source, those are all have to do with choices that I can make myself, daily choices that I make that allow me to feel like that, allow me to have that in my life. And so I wake up and I do the work. In my case, the work comes out a lot in writing. As you were mentioning, it comes out a lot in writing, and that writing becomes a song or becomes a poem or whatever it's going to become. But I do the work. I'm constantly figuring out how I can change my thoughts, my perspective, my opinion, my point of view, so that it empowers me, and it fills me with joy and fills me with peace. That's what I do every day, all day, every day.
It is the most touching thing ever to hear you say that, because what I love about you and the principles that you stand for is that you have been raised really by royalty, Black Hollywood royalty. You've met the best people, been exposed to the best things, but you have never allowed that part of the world to consume you. And I'm just curious, is there a certain special diet that Rhonda eats that makes her so? Because I mean, you are a shining example of where we should all be, not just women, but even men. So, is there a secret to a diet, or yeah? Please share with us.
As I still ate some of my birthday cake 5 minutes before the interview. So, so maybe that's the secret: eat cake. No, I want to speak to what you said. First of all, had I bought into, I learned early that buying into the whole royalty thing that somehow says that I'm having an experience that's other than human, that that I'm somehow above that or more important than that or whatever. I noticed immediately that did not make me happy. That left me feeling empty and disconnected and not at peace. And so I know I found early that didn't work. And so that was off the table. But in answer to what you said, I was raised by the grace of God by parents who, despite their success and their iconic status, were very clear about their own responsibility over their own selves and their own inner lives, and for that matter, their own outer lives. They were very clear. My mother and father specifically were very clear that the life that they could build for themselves was up to them. And despite what was going on around them, they had the ability and the control and the responsibility to create that life for themselves. Not to demand that anybody else change, but that they were going to be the change. Wow. And I was raised by that. So I saw that firsthand, and I saw that up close. And I knew from a young age that I could create the life that I wanted. And that doesn't necessarily mean the career and all of that. It could, but it means the life inside of me that I wanted to live. I could become the person I wanted to be, the woman, the mother, the wife, the artist, the business person. I could become that and be that. And as you were saying earlier, I can be my best self. No matter what anybody else is doing, I can be my best self. Nothing stops that.
Oh my God, that is so powerful. Yeah. Kay Renee, you okay over there? Because she's dropping a lot of great knowledge now. She really is. This is definitely Woke Woman Wednesday now. Yeah, Kay Renee.
No, I am just so wonderfully pleased in how grounded you are. It is very refreshing to see. And I have to ask, what is your favorite memory of you and your mom? Whether it's when you're in childhood or even now. What is your favorite memory of the two of you?
Well, my mother and I are very, very close. We spend a lot of time together. I got so many memories. It really, really is hard. But I do have one.
Yay.
Okay.
I do have one. I have so many, but I'm going to choose this one. We were on tour together. The last few years I've been opening for her on tour. And the way it works is my band comes on and does about 15 minutes before her show. So my band comes on, does about 15 minutes. We go off. She comes on. She does her, 60, 90 minutes, whatever it is. And then on her last song, I run out. I sing a little bit on her last song, and then I run back. And usually, directly after the show, we're rushing out. We're going on to our next gig. So whether it's jumping on a tour bus or jumping in a plane or whatever, we're rushing out. After her last song, we're gone. So after I do my last thing on the stage, I run back off and I change back into my travel clothes, jeans and a t-shirt. Yep. Usually I scrub my face with makeup and pack my little tour bag, and I'm waiting for her. Okay. So one night, I don't remember. I don't know if Donald Tootle is watching now, but he might be. And I think he took this picture, and so he might remember where we were. But we were somewhere, and I had done all that stuff. I sang my song. I went backstage. I washed my face. I put on my jeans, and I was waiting for her in the wings. And all of a sudden, she called me out. I thought she called me out to the stage again. And I thought, oh, no, I can't come out now. Right. All my pretty clothes are off, my makeup off. And so but I thought I heard her. And I slowly started, without even meaning to, my body just started walking towards her on the stage. And next thing I know, I'm on the stage. And she looked over at me, and I said, did you want me? And she said, did I want you? Like it was like this double meaning, like I always wanted you, like, oh my God, it was like a mother to a daughter. Did I want you? Yes, I wanted you. And so she and I just kind of looked at each other, and I just walked to her, and she put her arm around me. And there is a picture. And I think Donald Tootle took it, but there's a picture. And I just leaned my head on her. I'm in jeans and a t-shirt. And she sang to me the best years of my life. She sang to me on her shoulder.
Oh, wow.
That
Oh my God.
Goodness.
His memories. And
Donald is on here. There's Donald. There he is.
Wolf Trap. It wasn't Wolf Trap. It wasn't Wolf Trap. Was it Wolf Trap?
Oh, right.
It might have been Wolf Trap. Donald was on here. Yay!
Oh my God. Well, Rhonda, as I said in the intro, I just will never forget that evening. We all hung out, had a great time. And just to know you were on the phone with your mom, and what touched my heart and made me cry is you were talking to your mother just like anyone would talk to their mother. You was like, yeah, Ma, you go to the hotel, we'll see you. I'll see you in a minute, And I was like, oh my gosh, her mom is Diana Ross. And you just had a regular mother-daughter conversation. And I just was like, oh my God. And that's when really my heart just
how sad would that be if that wasn't the case? Like, what is that?
Right.
That's your mom. Like, I got a mom, and what if I couldn't have a mom-daughter relationship with her because she's Diana Ross? Like, that would be a drag.
Right. Right. That's right.
I'm sitting on in the car, teared up, crying, and I'm just like, oh my God. I don't want anybody to see me, but that's deep to me. And you were like, yeah, Ma, you're going to go rest. I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to get a bite to eat. I just thought it was so beautiful. Before we let you go, I want to talk about your music. I love your music. I know there's another song. What's coming up for you next musically? Because we're ready for you.
Coming. Thank you. I've got so much coming. I'm so excited. First of all pandemic, I've been writing. So those songs are about to get recorded, but also my husband and I he's producing me so he's a great jazz pianist, Rodney Kendrick, and he's also a great producer and a great writer. And so he's producing a record for me right now. We are putting that together. We are hoping to have that done by the end of the year. I'm very excited about what that's going to be.
And I am too.
People can follow me and know more about everything, in real time on my website, therhondaross.com.
Boom. Right there. Right.
And I'm the Rhonda Ross on all social media. So, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that, the Rhonda Ross. And you can follow me in real time. You'll know if you sign up for my mailing list, you'll know about my new releases, and as well as, of course, the articles that we were mentioning, The Force Within. I've been writing these articles that I'm super proud of, and all about personal power, all about my tools, my practices that keep me balanced in in a turbulent world. And you can access those at my website also, therhondaross.com.
Very good. Real quick before we let you go, we have one comment that one of the viewers put up, and he said, "Will we ever see all of you all on a screen together, the entire family, your brothers, your sister? We think you all would make for a great show, and not one of those trashy reality shows, but just a good, hearty, just loving Black family show." I just think
we adore each other. We adore each other. We are an anomaly. We are 5 grown, all kinds of grown siblings who enjoy being together at any opportunity we can find. We were all together for my birthday 4 days ago. We get together for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, for everything you can think of. We are together with our partners and our children, and we just come together. We love being together. We have very similar work ethics and very similar taste. And so, we're always looking for opportunities to work together. And when we find them, we will do them.
All right. Well, be on the lookout. You heard that, Tyler Perry. You heard that, Ava DuVernay.
Come on with it.
Yeah, you heard it, Major Network. We need a show about the Ross family because we love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kay Renee, I'm going to let you give your closing thoughts, and then we're going to say goodbye to our guests.
Well, Miss Rhonda, thank you so much for, as always, bringing your authenticity. Best wishes. I can't wait for them to drop. And again, welcome to the club, Miss Rhonda.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Rhonda, I just love and adore you. I appreciate you. From the very first time we met, I just felt a kindred spirit. You're just as beautiful as always. I thank you for taking time out tonight. I'm following you on everything, and we're going to continue to stay in touch because I want to keep talking to you because you really are a messenger to the people. You really are. And I want to do whatever I can so everybody can pay attention to the one and only Miss Rhonda Ross. And I'm waiting on that new music.
It's coming, baby. It's coming for you.
All right. Very good. Well, we appreciate you. Oh, everybody is saying how much they love you. Oh, everybody. Very good. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful night. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Miss Rhonda Ross. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye, Miss Rhonda.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Wasn't that great?
Absolutely. I was just she is just so grounded, and she really knows who she is. And I just thank you. All right, thank you for allowing me to be part of that.
Absolutely. No
you.
problem. I'm telling you, from the very first night I met her to just experiencing that whole, Ross fabulousness, it was just great. And then, I've talked to her and interviewed her, and just I appreciate her stopping by and hanging out with us tonight.